With Todd and Julie Chrisley both behind bars, most Chrisley Knows Best fans have shifted their worries and concerns to Grayson and Chloe, who were now forced to grow up without their parents. As fans know, Savannah has stepped in as the guardian of both children. To date, Savannah has not stopped speaking out about the fact that her parents are innocent and should not be behind bars. On multiple social media platforms, fans admit they hope Savannah will stop living in the past and move forward for the sake of the children she's now responsible for. A few hours ago, Savannah shared an interview between ET's Deidre Behar and the Chrisley's attorney, Alex Little. Now, the interview was from an exclusive that was published about 3 weeks ago. But, with Savannah sharing the interview, it is the first time many Chrisley fans are hearing any of it. Given the situation Todd and Julie are currently in, most fans assume their primary concern would be Grayson and Chloe. Speaking to ET in the interview, however, their lawyer reveals the children are not their primary concern. What is the primary concern for Todd and Julie during the appeal process? Keep reading for a summary or scroll down to listen to the words directly from the attorney's mouth. Todd and Julie Chrisley's primary concern are not Chloe and Grayson. One of the many questions asked of the lawyer during this interview was what were some of the biggest concerns Todd and Julie had right now. Alex Little revealed that right now the chief concern of this reality TV couple is their image. Todd and Julie want the world to know they did not do the things they are behind bars for. Alex explains the government is trying to paint this picture of Todd and Julie as the bad guy, and that picture is simply not true. At the very beginning of the interview, Alex also touched on this, explaining that if Todd and Julie could tell the world anything, it was that they are the very same people they were before they ended up behind bars. Their lawyer continued to remind that Todd and Julie are extremely faithful and they took their strong faith with them when they surrendered. Chrisley Knows Best fans on multiple social media platforms admit they are a bit surprised to learn the chief concern of Todd and Julie right now isn't for their children Grayson and Chloe. Does it surprise you that Todd and Julie's image is their biggest concern right now? Let us know in the comments down below. And, keep coming back for more Chrisley news. As Todd and Julie Chrisley sit in the quiet of their lavish home, a tense conversation between them shifts to what's been weighing heavily on their minds. Despite what the public may think, their primary concern isn't Chloe and Grayson, though they love them dearly, but rather something much deeper and more immediate. The couple, known for their glamorous lifestyle and larger-than-life personalities on their hit reality show Chrisley Knows Best, have been in a whirlwind of legal battles, financial woes, and intense media scrutiny for several years now. The constant pressure of defending themselves against fraud charges, the countless court appearances, and the looming possibility of lengthy prison sentences have taken a toll on them. Their primary focus has become navigating this rocky legal terrain, ensuring their own survival and protecting their legacy. Sitting in their living room, Todd nervously fiddles with the stack of legal papers in front of him. Julie looks at him, her brow furrowed, a mixture of worry and frustration dancing in her eyes. "Todd, we need to talk about this," Julie says, her voice quiet but firm. "I know," Todd replies, his voice strained. "But what is there to say?" Todd sighs, leaning back in his chair. The weight of everything they're facing seems unbearable at times. Chloe and Grayson, their youngest children, are on their minds, but the bigger issue looming over them is how they are going to manage the family's future if they end up in prison. "We've raised these kids to be strong, to be able to handle themselves," Todd says, though his voice betrays a hint of uncertainty. "But what's going to happen if we're not here? The world already thinks we're failures because of these legal issues. They think we've ruined our family, and Chloe and Grayson are the ones paying the price." Julie's eyes soften, but her resolve hardens. "They'll be okay, Todd. Savannah will step in. She's already shown she's capable of taking care of them. But that's not what I'm worried about." Julie takes a deep breath, and Todd watches her, waiting for her to reveal what's truly bothering her. After a pause, she continues. "What I'm worried about is us, Todd. If we go away, how do we keep our connection, our marriage? I've seen how prison changes people. I've read the stories. We could lose everything, not just the money or the fame, but us. Our family could crumble under the weight of this, and I don't know how we come back from that. Her words hit Todd hard. The truth is, he's been thinking the same thing but hasn't had the courage to say it out loud. He's always been the strong one, the one who keeps everyone together, but this is beyond his control. For the first time, he feels powerless, and it terrifies him. You're right, Todd admits quietly. I've been trying to avoid thinking about it, but you're right. If we lose each other, everything falls apart. The kids can't survive this without us being strong together. Chloe and Grayson, they're resilient, but they need to see that we haven't given up. Julie nods, feeling the weight of his words. It's true. They've built a life together, a family, a brand. But this legal storm could destroy all of it. Their primary concern now isn't just making sure their kids are okay, it's about holding on to each other in the face of everything crashing down around them. They sit in silence for a while, the enormity of their situation sinking in. The public has been relentless in its judgment of the Chrisleys, assuming that their every move is calculated to preserve their lavish lifestyle or their reality TV fame. But what people don't see is the deep, emotional strain the couple is under, the sleepless nights, the anxiety about their future, the fear that they'll lose not just their freedom but each other. I think we need to stop focusing on what everyone else thinks of us, Todd finally says, breaking the silence. We've spent so much time trying to prove people wrong, trying to maintain this image, but right now, none of that matters. What matters is making sure we stay connected, that we survive this together. Julie looks at him, a sense of relief washing over her. You're right. We've been so focused on the outside world, on the media, the lawyers, the courtrooms, that we've lost sight of what's really important. Todd reaches for her hand, squeezing it tightly. We can get through this, Julie. We've been through hell and back before. This is just another chapter in our story. But we need to focus on us, on what's going to keep us together through all of this. Julie squeezes his hand back, a flicker of hope igniting within her. We can do it. We just have to be strong for each other. In that moment, the Chrisleys make a silent pact, not just to fight the legal battles ahead of them, but to fight for their marriage, for their family.